And if Sanchez can get the job done here, well, he's got a fancy taking the title. Break's very good, just like Naoyuki there, playing with plenty of spin on the break, Jason, to park the cue ball.
Yeah, as we seen last night, Carl, it was breaking pretty good, and like you said, it's very hard to spin that cue ball, what he's doing, and park it in the middle of the table. Takes a lot of skill to do that.
Yeah, is that a break shot you've ever tried, Jay?
Not really. I end up scratching in the side pocket.
Well, that's not going to be no good, so...
Might be a swift rack here because the 4-9 combination is clearly easily available.
Might see him play a bank shot here on the 1. It's not a good start, but I think he might have sold this one out, Carl.
Yeah, the unintended double kiss there. He was just playing a containing safety. Also, I thought a bit like you, Jay. I thought it could have been a bit attacking there. Maybe played the bank shot and get off to a good start, but he decided to try and play safe. You know, we say this many times, Phil, don't we? The start of matching in any pool match is key. It always seems to relax you into the match.
Yes, most definitely. Although, one has to say, last night, Oi trailed Filler 4-2, came back brilliantly.
Yeah, you spoke about this 4-9 combo. It's definitely on, but he's not landed ideal on this 2 ball, so he's probably going to have to leave a little bit of distance. But the 4-9 is definitely on, so let's see what... Yeah, he's played with extreme side, and he's done a wonderful job there to get down there.
It looks like he's going to get a quick rack on the board here, and that will settle him down. And I think Sanchez will be happy with this if he can knock this combination in and get his first rack on the board.
Sanchez Ruiz wins the first rack.
Told you it would be brief, and so it was. 4-9 for Sanchez Ruiz. The Spaniard leads Japan's lone representative in the championship, 1-0. Here are his pre-match thoughts.
Last night I played really good. I'm really happy with my performance. So today is a new day. I play with great player, so I try my best. I think everyone know it, Naoyuki, but he's a great player. But I believe in myself. I stay focused in my game. It's like a dream, you know. When you are a kid, you dream to be a world champion. But I think it's a long way. Last 16 players, so stay focused in the next round.
He's an authentically good player, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. He won the European 9-ball championship in 2016, overcoming in the final Joshua Filler, and he almost completed the 9 and 8-ball double that year, losing in the final of the 8-ball. Now we're going back to the traditional triangle racking now, not the template call. Does that make a big difference with the break-off?
Yeah, it can do, because when using the template, all the balls are touching, so the wing ball should be pretty much guaranteed. So it all depends how good the referees are good at racking now.
We've seen the wing ball going in for Naoyuki, so we'll see from this side. Now we see it in the 9-ball. Oh, when the 9 ball's gone in the corner. Unbelievable start to this
Jay,
match.
did it get kicked in or did it go straight in?
I think it got kicked in, Carl. It went down low to the bottom rail, and I think a ball kicked it towards the corner.
So I asked the question, does it make a difference with the break-off? Maybe it does, because when we had the template in operation, we had 1 golden break on this table. Now we've had 2 racks with the triangle, and the second rack produces a golden break. That after a 4-9 combination in the first.
Yeah, and as Jason said, he got kicked in. It was just one of them things. You can't predict that. It's just a quick free rack for Francisco, and he'll be sat there enjoying his first 2 racks of his last 16 match. And just to the right hand side of him, his best friend David Alcaide's playing Jeremy Sosa. He's just took the first rack, so we'll keep you posted.
And also, the Butcher, Fortunski, is 1-0 up against Albin Ocean. And for me, Carl, I think he's a little bit of a dark horse. He's in real good form lately.
Yeah, and you know, I fancy Shane Van Bonen. I've said it from the beginning, and I'm going to stick to that one. But this morning I was having a look at the draw while I was getting ready, and I just kept thinking, you know what, he's got a good chance, and he's got, you know, this is the beauty of pool. You just never know it. Big day today though, because tomorrow the fans are back, Phil.
That will be something, won't it, to see them here. We saw them in Gibraltar. Now UK pool fans can be in attendance.
You can see the 9-ball move. No, he didn't really move too much, and he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, it's a funny old game, pool. Yesterday when I played Francisco, I sat in the chair, and every time he broke, he had a shot. He run a 6-pack on me, and there you see, no shot on the 1 ball. Good news for Japan's Naoyuki. He's going to get to the table in this rack.
One of the most remarkable things about pool is just how cosmopolitan it is. We're in the last 16 at the moment, and 11 nations are still represented.
Yeah, that's the beauty of our sport. So many countries play it. We've got so many top players, you know, from different countries. If you think of Spain, Japan, America, Poland, Scotland even, there's good players all over.
Yeah, this is a tricky little shot here for Naoyuki. I think we might see him try and play a cross bank on the 1 and try and spin the cue ball 2 rails back around.
Yeah, Jay, for people watching, explain why he needs to spin the cue ball here.
Well, he's going to have to spin it because he's going to get a double kiss. He's going to have to come back across the right-hand side like that, and he's going to scratch in the side.
Oh, ball in.
And that is very unfortunate, Carl.
Yeah, he played a wonderful shot, and as Jason was saying, he had to play the cue ball with spin, otherwise there would have been a double hit. Here we get another look. Look at that. It's a nasty angle. It's gone in, and it went straight in the pocket.
And it seems like, obviously, Sanchez has got off to a nice start in the first frame with an easy combination on the 4-9, and then a golden break on the next one, and then now he's got ball in hand from. You can see a very unfortunate scratch from Naoyuki, so it's looking all positive for Sanchez here at the start of this match.
Yeah, and he comes under the type of player where he is a phenomenal front runner. Once that backarm gets loose, very talented pool player. Been around a long time as well. He's still a young guy.
Yeah, I think this could be a really, really quick match, Carl, if he gets, you know, I think, what was his nickname they used to call him?
Attention, please.
Well, they still do, Jason. El Ferrari.
Yes. That's it, El Ferrari. That was flying round the table, he was. He's slowed down a little bit, but he's still pretty quick.
Well, Carl said he was a young guy. He is. He's 29 years of age, based in Salamanca, Spain, born in Murcia. And you know, he's one of the commentating fraternity. He commentates in Spanish language on snooker. And actually, a couple of seasons ago, he entered the Gibraltar Open snooker, which is a world ranking event. And in the first round, he beat a very capable player by the name of Martin O'Donnell, whose nickname on the circuit is the Minister of Defence.
Yeah, I think him and Alcaide played in that tournament. I seen there were playing a little bit of snooker leading up to it, and yeah, that was a nice win for him, considering he was using his 9-ball cue.
Well, who'd have thought a pool player would beat a snooker player? The shock filler.
Well, I'll tell you what, really, Martin is a very good player, and he's a smashing guy as well, so that was a notable scalp. And what a notable start from Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. In fact, the dream start. Very swiftly, he leads 3-0. We started out with 16 tables. Now we've just got 16 players remaining. So 4 tables in operation. There you can see Mark Bosch from the Netherlands has shared the first 2 racks with Max Lettner. Albin Auschen, he trails Mieszko Fortunski from Poland 2-1. We know about Francisco Sanchez Ruiz on the main table, 3-0 up. And there is David Alcadi. His fellow Spaniard has made a good start against Jeremy Sosi. Alcadi leads 2-0 as he breaks off in rack 3.
We'll see Sanchez break off here in the 4th rack, and he's been having a little bit of success on the break. And as you see there, the wing ball has gone in, and is he going to have a shot on the 1 to the side?
This man is a former world junior champion. He captured that title in 2010 overcoming Jesse Engel in the final. And perhaps his best performance in a real major was getting into third place at the US Open in 2017, when his first 6 matches lost his next 2. 1 to Eklund Kachi, and the other 2, my co-commentator, Jason Shaw.
Yeah, that was my year, Phil. And he was playing good that year. I can remember the matches really well, but I was in top form, and I think I beat him 11-3 in that match. He didn't really do too much wrong. So he's definitely been improving over the last few years. He's had some nice big finishes in some events. I think the last US Open, when Joshua Filler won it, he went maybe to the last 16 of the quarters, I believe. So yeah, he's definitely always there or thereabouts in the Matchroom events.
Yeah, he's been in this rarefied air before. Saw him most recently partnering David Al-Qaedi in the World Cup, but Spain lost in the first round there, 7-4 to Italy. This is a much different kind of competition and a much different kind of performance.
A nice little easy safety there. Just keep the heat on Naoyuki and keep that pressure on him and see if he can get back to the table.
Foul.
There we go.
Illegal contact. Ball in hand.
Well, that was a big ball to miss, wasn't it, Jay? I thought we were going to make contact there, and it was a poor miss from Oi.
Yeah, it's tough, you know, you're sitting there, you've not really had a poke at the start. Just played kind of bad safety in the first rack, and then after that has been sat down for 3 games. You can see in the background, Albin Ocean is looking to tie the match up over there at 2-2. So he's going to be taking this in the top right hand corner, I believe. Just try and play a nice little soft, smooth shot. And there we go. Anything a little bit harder on this table, Carl, it jaws and stays up. He played it at the right speed, and I've seen a lot of balls being rattled a little bit harder speed, and for me that's what he had to do there.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point to make that these pockets are playing a little bit too generous this week.
Yeah, a visible difference to what we had at the Whirlpool Masters in Gibraltar.
Francisco Sanchez Ruiz wins the rack.
What a start from Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. He has left Naoyuki Oi speechless. He leads 4-0. Not often speechless.
World Championship is a very, very famous and world tour #1 tournament, and the Matchroom spots and the good venue, good staff, good background staff, and very #1. Getting my dream in the champion. Yeah, please. My next match is opponent, Spanish. Despacito. Despacito. Okay, thank you.
The thing is, how do you follow that every time I have to commentate after he finishes an interview? I just don't know what to say.
That is brilliant, that was there.
Well, you could always break out into song, Phil.
No, definitely not.
I'm glad he knew half the words there, Phil.
Thank you, fifth
And
frag.
the thing is with Oi, it's not an act. That's how he is all the time, isn't it? Really, he's so effervescent.
Yeah, he's a funny character. Fun in games. What's not fun in games for him at the moment is the scoreline in this match. He's got it all to do. He's got to try and stay focused. Hopefully he gets a chance and try and turn this match around. He's got to get into fight mode now. That's just the nature of the scoreline.
See the 9-ball getting kicked over to that corner again there, Carl, and there's a dry break from Sanchez.
Yeah, the 1 ball doesn't pass the 7, so he doesn't have a pot. Now maybe he's going to try and get that cue ball welded in behind the 8. Push the 1 down towards the 9. Possible combo if Ruiz doesn't hit the 1 ball. Could have done with getting the cue ball tight on the 8 though.
Yeah, I feel like he was just trying to make sure he got there, Carl. I think if he was trying to be a little bit more delicate, he might not have got the 1 ball as far down. And maybe he's looking for that combination on the 9 to get himself a quick rack on the board and kind of settle down a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not an easy hit this actually, because he can't go off the side rail just past the 8. If he does, he's got to try and get that cue ball arcing to miss the 7. Is he going off? Well, for the first minute I thought he was going to go off the jaw. You don't often see that on the pool table. He's playing a swerve. Trying to go rail first. Well, he's just made sure he's hit the ball. He needs the 1 ball to slow down. It's not done, so this is Naoyuki's chance. Can he get his first rack on the board?
Well, I think the toughest shot here is, Carl, is finding the right speed from the 3 ball to the 4. And that's what he'll be looking at now. He'll be looking 3 shots ahead.
Can't escape the feeling he needs to make the most of this chance, because if he doesn't, in the form that Sanchez Ruiz is displaying, the match could get away from Oi very quickly.
Yeah, this is a tricky little shot here. Yeah, you see, I didn't like the shot he played on the 1. I thought he should have tried to leave himself straight on the 2, so he could just go 1 rail off the top cushion and back out to the middle of the table. Trying to draw the ball there, especially when you're 4-0 down, is a little bit tougher. That's a nice recovery shot there from Naoyuki. Going to see him go 1 rail back up to the middle of the table, and that should do nicely. Little stop shot on the 7. And I think he's looking good here, Carl, to put his first rack on the board and try and put a few racks together if he can.
Yeah, this is a job well done here in this rack. He's not had much table time. It's all been Sanchez Ruiz so far in the opening 4 racks. So he's going to get his first rack on the board, but he's going to need chances off his break to just get back in the match. It's still early days. It's race to 11.
Naoyuki wins the rack.
And he trails 4-1.
Yes, the Oi account is open. Took those nicely. So, we also spoke to Francisco Sanchez Ruiz before the match, and here's what he got to say for himself.
The first time I play pool is with my father, because my father is a pool player, so I go in with him when I was 4 or 5 years. So I really enjoyed the game, so I think it's a long time. First cue, I think it's a Predator cue, because my father gave me a Predator cue, and I remember this feeling is unbelievable. When I won the Spanish team with my father and my friend, I think it's the most important win for me, because I enjoy with my father and my friend. I think Efren Reyes, but in style I like Niels Feyen. I think the world junior champion, but also European 9-ball champion.
Yes, I was mentioning that European 9-ball championship earlier, overcoming Joshua Filler in the final 5 years ago. And he came so close to that 8-ball double as well. Lost in the final of the 8-ball, 8-7 to Vitali Pazura. And that's his buddy, David Al-Kadi, now leading Jeremy Sosi 2-1. Oh, good pot as we join the action there.
Yeah, Phil, that was a great pot, that was, and Jeremy Saucy was breaking and he was running out there and he had a straight shot on the 5-ball and he missed it just before that TV switched over there, and he'll be sitting in his chair not too happy.
So pay attention to the cue ball. There you see, look at it still spinning. That is intended on his break, and he's doing that to control the 1 ball. The 1 ball goes off 2, sometimes 3 rails just after this time, middle, sorry, then off the top rail towards this corner to hopefully leave himself a shot, but unfortunately there's no ball on the break.
That really is unusual for this championship, consecutive dry breaks.
Yeah, Phil, I've been looking around at the other matches and I'm seeing a lot of dry breaks going on. I'm seeing a lot of people not making balls on the break, and that is down to we're not using the magic rack anymore. They're being hand racked by a wooden rack, and that makes things a lot different.
Well, I'll tell you something else on OJ. I think that makes it better for Shane Van Bonen, because he breaks the balls very, very hard, so he's not relying on the wing ball. He's got more chance of making another ball.
That is very true. When he's hitting them real hard, he's looking for other balls to go in, not just the wing ball. So he gives himself more chance to make other balls in other pockets.
And Van Boning is pertinent to this match because the winner plays Van Boning if he beats Oliver Stolnocki a little later.
Yeah, we've got 4 tables in action. So this is the top half of the draw. So 8 players are playing now, and then the next session, Van Bonen will get his last 16 campaign underway.
I think we're going to see another combo on the 9 this rack. It's dead set from the 8-ball. So just get yourself up table for that 7-ball and slide down into position where the cue ball is roughly now, or a little bit over where the 6 is, and it should be plain sailing, and it should be 5-1 to Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez, when he cues up, he bends both knees. Not a lot of players do that. Usually we've got one of our legs straight, but he's got both legs bent.
Yeah, I've seen that, Carl. I've noticed that a lot with him. He's got pounders ball in the pocket to get back across. Nice stroke there from Sanchez. Would have liked to have been a little bit more, but I think it's pretty easy.
David Al-Qaedi has just gone 3-1 up on Sosi. This for 5-1 here. No mistake, he had a 4-9 combination in the first rack, then a golden break. Now the 8-9 combo at the end of the fifth, the sixth. And so Francisco Sanchez Ruiz is definitely in command.
As we'll see.
Yeah. It really is a quality quartet of matches currently in operation. Mieszko Fortunski, the butcher, he's making some prime cuts already. That's Max Lechner from Austria up against Mark Weichterbosch. And there's David Al-Qaedi, twice a World Pool Masters champion. That's table two, where Mark Weichterbosch is looking to pull a rack back against Max Lechner. Lechner at the moment leading 4-2.
The seventh rack. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz is leading by 5 racks to 1 in the gold rack.
So the Spanish duo are looking good. Al-Qaedi's looking like he's playing well on the next table, and Sanchez is 5-1 up on this table.
Yeah, also I'm sure our co-commentator Alex Laley is paying attention to all these European pool players that are left. because come the end of the year, it will be Mosconi Cup time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Carl. It's going to be back in London.
Why are you coming to watch?
Yeah, I'm coming to watch. I'm coming to watch with yourself. Oh, you might be playing.
Oh, well, you never know, Alex. Hopefully he's been watching my performance this week.
Hopefully he's not been watching mine.
It's always been a dream to play with you in a Scotch doubles match-up, Jason.
Who knows? Could be my new World Cup of Pool partner.
Wow, that would be a dream team.
Well, Alex has certainly got plenty of European players to keep an eye on in the last 16. The continental composition is 3 Asian players, 3 players from the USA, 10 from Europe.
Or was he going to leave the window to the one? And he's having a little look there.
This is a very similar shot to what Naoyuki always scratched on the bank. If he goes for the bank, can he see the potting angle?
Extension, please.
He's going to try and bring the cue ball down towards the 9. Tell you what, that's pretty good from Sanchez.
Yeah, maybe Naoyuki can see the left edge and he can bank the one ball back down the table, play this with a bit of spin and get the cue ball kind of going towards the 4 ball. He's hit it too thin and he's had no love. Sanchez, the good safety's paid off. It's given him an open layout.
So, Carl, I don't know if you've noticed it, but if you look around the room, there is 4 matches going on. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players sponsored by Predator Cues.
Are you trying to insinuate something there?
No, I'm just saying it's pretty strange that 7 of the 8 players are sponsored by Predator, and they're all playing in the Predator table.
Oh, that's good news for Predator then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's pretty cool. I was just looking around there, seeing all the players that were still battling it out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot. He's landed on the right side of this 7 ball, which will give him nice position running down table for the 9. It's been a good start from Francisco. He's continued his form from yesterday, and it's all going nice for Spain so far.
Sanchez will be happy with this, and he looks very comfortable out there, Carl, I must say.
Sanchez Ruiz wins the
And
race.
what a difference sleep makes. Last night, Naoyuki was buzzing after beating Joshua Filler. Right now, he's 6-1 down and in deep trouble.
happy birthday me!
Is it?
No.
Oh.
My name is Naoyuki Oe! Why am she a young man? 変なおじさんだから変なおじさん変なおじさんだから変なおじさんはい変なおじさんだから変なおじさんはいふんだはい Thank you sir.
I dread to think what the celebration will be if he can turn that around, Alex Lely.
Yeah. Well, he won't lose his sense of humor. He has shown that. But he's falling well behind now against Ruiz Sanchez.
Isn't it impressive from Sanchez when we saw him beat Carl Boys yesterday? And here, he looked nervous walking onto the table, but he's showing no nerves now.
Yeah, he really caught a gear yesterday and he's picked it up where he left it off. It's the Spanish Armada flying out because on the other table, Al-Qaeda against Sose from the USA, same thing.
Yeah.
He's running away with the match.
Bit of a Spanish dominance as well. I can see Al-Qaeda winning. It's looking good for them.
Yeah, and they're like brothers. They practice together, playing next to each other, you know. They look to be going to the quarterfinals.
And Oye was happy earlier, not so happy now.
No, it's a tough match. He's under the gun, needs to stay positive and wait for his chance.
Okay, Oye was very happy there. Not so happy now. It's been a tough start for him. He's currently behind 6-1. Can he come back? We know the quality. Can he come back? Let's see. What a character.
Yes, indeed. Other scores, David Al-Qaeda 5-1 up on Jeremy Sosi, as Alex said. Max Lechner 4-3 ahead against Mark Bosch, and Albin Auschen and Mieszko Fortunski locked together at 4 racks each.
Yeah, as Alex Lely touched on there, Jason, you know yourself when you've played in a tournament, let's say if, you know, you was on the TV table and I was playing where David Al-Qaeda's playing, you're both glancing over at each other. And one will be looking, oh, he's 5-1 up, and he'll be looking, saying he's 6-1. That gives you that little bit of a spur, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. You know, like Alex said, they practice together. Even when they're in the practice room, they're playing like Scotch doubles on the same table, not really on their own table. So they're always like brothers. So they're always looking over at each other, trying to find a little bit of, you know, courage if the other one's not doing too good. Try and like say come on or something like that. So it's a good thing to have.
Well, here a ball was made on the break, and now 4 balls to hide behind. 6-3, 5 and 8.
Yeah, it looks like Naoyuki will be locked up in jail when he comes back to the table. Now you see the cue ball spinning round off 2 rails. Now, can he get the jump cue and can he jump over them balls?
That is very close. You might see him go for the short stick here. Yep, and we're going to see a jump shot.
Yeah, a little bit careless from Sanchez that, because the cue ball should have been locked up tight on one of them balls. That would take the jump shot away from Oye. And also the one ball's a little too close to the pocket, so this is half a chance.
He's taken his 30-second extension in order to go and get the jump cue and settle down and give himself a little more time to play this high tariff shot.
Yeah, that was a hanger really in the world of pool at this level. Sanchez will have known that, won't he, Jason? After playing the safety, he will have thought, uh-oh.
Yeah, that was pretty poor from Sanchez. I know he was not looking to probably get the one ball down so close to the hole. He was more trying to concentrate on the cue ball, but it was pretty poor.
Yeah, this is not easy. He's got to spin this and get over to the top right of the table, near the middle. This looks a little shy of pace. Should have made sure he found the other rail.
I'm not sure if he's gone enough, Carl, where he could play the 3 ball off the 6. You might see a little trick shot here.
Yeah, there you see, that's what he's going to attempt. He's looking down the line of the 3 ball. As Jay said, he's going to play this off the green 6 and try and pocket the ball in the top left. Not easy.
I like to play this ball with follow, not draw. Oh, he's drawn it as well. And is he going to get a shot on the 5? That was a great shot too.
Yeah, this is the nature of our sport. He's 6-1 down. He's coming with a couple of big shots. He needs a little bit of help from the pool gods. That was a nice shot. And now he's going to need another nice shot. And he's in a difficult spot here.
Bank this. He needs it to hold up behind the 7.
Needs a little love.
Yeah, and he got it. I think he got it. That was one of those ones there, no extension left, shot clock was down to its last 2 seconds, and it was a little bit of a quick stroke on that, and I think he's very fortunate there to get the snooker behind the 7.
You do have to feel for Naoyuki, don't you? It's just not quite happened in this match. He's not really been given a fair amount of opportunities. And he needs something to happen, and he needs it to happen quickly. Trying to kick this one rail to pocket the ball. He's hit it a little bit too fat, and I think Naoyuki's going to have a thin snip at this ball. This is a thin one. He's very good at this type of shot though. Skylar Woodward also. He's definitely up there on the list for these thin cuts. Controlled the cue ball nicely as well. So now this is a genuine chance to get the fight back on the trail.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there, and see him go 2 rails here back to the middle of the table.
Needs the cue ball to slow down, that's fine.
Would have liked to have had a little bit of angle so he could come off the cushion call and back to the middle of the table. He's going to have to play a little draw shot here, and this is, he might see him draw back to the side pocket here. Oh, he's left himself a little distance, but
he's a little bit of a funny angle here though. He can't top it, so he might power this in and play for the 9 in the bottom right. Yeah, that's what he's playing, and you see the cue ball comes back over, and it's a job well done.
And you can trace all of this back to that sloppy snooker on the 1 ball when he left the jump shot and the one over the pocket, Francisco Ruiz. And so a much needed rack falls to Naoyuki. His arrears reduced to 6-2. This is what he's done so far. He started out with a 9-6 win over Jennifer Beretta. Then he lost to Maciol from Poland. Danny Olsen fell 9-1. That was the qualifying match for the last 64. And then 2 big names were defeated in the single elimination phase. First, recently crowned world Pool Masters champion Alexander Kazakis. And then last night, Joshua Filler, both by 11 racks to 6. So 5 matches played so far for Oy, 4 victories. And it's exactly the same record for Francisco Ruiz. He didn't go 2-0 to get to the last 64. He had to get there the hard way. You see there, lost 9-8 to Oliver Szkolnocki, but then beat one of the Halliday twins to qualify. Overcame a former world champion, Yukio Akagariyama, 11-7. And then I'm not going to mention what happened in the last 32.
Well, he beat a very good-looking man in the last 32, Phil.
The graphic was wrong then.
Fun and games here on day 4 of the 2021 World Pool Championship, brought to you by Matchroom Multisport. This is part of the new Matchroom pool series of events that they have put together. A few years ago we used to just have the 3 events, the World Pool Masters, the World Cover Pool, and of course the famous Mosconi Cup. Now we have 6 events on the calendar. The Predator Championship League Pool, that was a new style event for the pool players. Albin Ocean won that event, of course, and then the World Cup of Pool just a few weeks ago. Joshua Filler and Christoph Reinst from Germany, they won that title. And just last week in Gibraltar, Alexander Kazabubu Kazakis, well, he gives Shane Van Bonen the donut, 9-0. But he's out of this year's World Championship. SVB, he's still in. He plays in the next session.
You love that, don't you, Cole? Even when he's not playing, you love a bit of Kazabubu.
Yeah, it's brilliant, it really is. And what is also brilliant is this break shot from Naoyuki. This is a good chance, and he needs to just try and put a little bit of pressure back over onto the Francisco back arm, so you can get it shaking a little bit, get back in this match. Naoyuki, he's a fan's favourite, and well, imagine the celebration if Naoyuki goes on to win this trophy.
Yeah, it would be something something very funny, and you know, he's such a nice guy off the table. He's probably one of the nicest guys on tour as well. So I wouldn't be too surprised to have seen some crazy celebrations.
When he was 6-1 down, it was looking bleak. Now there is a realistic hope. The scoreline is 6-3 in favour of Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. So let's go around this arena and find out what's happening in the other last 16 matches.
No break.
Well, Max Lechner is looking good against Mark Bosch de Bosch. 6-3 up. Albin Ocean, he's 6-4 up on Mieszko Fortunski. And there is David Alcady with the 8 ball and 9 to follow for a 7-1 lead it would be. That man is in control of his game and in control of the contest. Are we going to see a Spanish double success?
Yeah, David Alcade, he's won the World Pool Masters twice, and it's a similar arena. Is it his year? Can he become the World Pool Champion? I don't see why not, Jay. I really don't.
And of course, if a European were to win this World 9-Ball Championship, Mr. Mosconi Cup vice-captain, it would be very hard to dismiss their chances of being on the team in December.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if a European wins this event, well, they're pretty much in the team, aren't they? Let's not get silly.
Rack number 10.
You can't not put the World Tour champion in that team. It just would be unfair.
Max Lechner won't be happy there. He had a very easy run out, and he got stuck to the 7 ball.
So this is good from Naoyuki. I like what he's doing here. He's realised that his soft, spinny break isn't working, so he's gone to the opposite side and he's playing a hard cut break. He's made the 1 ball, he's got a shot at the 2. Unfortunately, the 3 ball is tied up in that little cluster down the bottom right. So, what does he do here?
Oh, wow. That's unbelievable. Mark Biesterbosch has just came with 2 unbelievable bank shots to keep himself in this match.
Needs the cue ball to slow down. The bank shot's on, but if he does bank it, he's got to try and get the 9 and the 4 moving because it doesn't pot. He's probably going to struggle playing safe unless he chips off it super thin. Jason, help.
I think he might try and stun the 3 ball round and try and push the cue ball in behind the 9, but he might be trying to bank this, Carl, and just go into the 9 a little bit, but I don't think there's much value. But he looks like he's playing the bank. Oh, that was very, very, very erratic shot there from Naoyuki Oi.
Yeah, I mean, he was a mile away with a bank shot, wasn't he? An absolute mile away.
That could have easily split the 4 and 9 much farther apart than that.
I'm not sure if you can make this 3 ball and then go rail first, clip the 4 and make the 9 in the corner. It looks like it's on to me, Carl. Nah, it's not quite on. From this angle, it's the 4's too close to the 9. So you might see him just pot this ball and flick off the 4 and play a nice little easy snooker in behind the 9.
Yeah, is he going to just float off the right hand side like the bottom of the 4 and try and get the lock up behind the 9? That's what he's tried. Might have left a little edge.
You might see a 1 rail kick from the top cushion here at speed and try and make the 9, but I'm not sure if you can see the 4, Carl.
Yeah, you can definitely see an edge, so is he going to risk getting that cue ball up towards the purple 5 and the 7? That's what he's tried. Needs it to bounce, he's coming towards the 7, needs it to slow down, and it's not done. So there's a pot on here for Sanchez. Not easy when you're queuing off the rail and the cue ball's floating across the table to the side. He's definitely got to go for this pot though, hasn't he, Jay?
Yeah, he's going to go for this. There's a shot there, and all he has to do is just stay down, cue it nice and smooth. This is the big shot, and yes, he's been very unfortunate there.
Yeah, that was a horrible kiss on the green 7, wasn't it? And it's turned into a little bit of a big rap, this. He's had such a big lead in this match. And he's keeping an eye on his buddy at the other side of the arena. He's coasting along. He's took an 8-1 lead over Jeremy Sosi, USA, so he's motoring along a lovely jubilee.
Welcome to Sky Sports viewers on Main Event. This is the main event on the World Pool calendar, the World Pool Championship. We're down to the last 16. The match we're watching is Japan's Naoyuki Oi up against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. It was 6-1 to the Spaniard, but Oi is most certainly on the comeback trail.
Yeah, he's definitely playing a little bit better. He's looked like he's picked up the speed a little bit, and things are changing. You know, Sanchez got off to a good start, had a golden break and a couple of combos, and yeah, He's now looks a little bit more comfortable, Naoyuki, and hopefully he can get nice on this 8 ball here and get yourself in a good position to get yourself back in the match.
Yeah, while talking about main event, this is one of the main superstars in the world of pool. Colourful character, and this is a big shot, and he's got it, so he's on the 9. He's pulled this match back, he's still fighting, and he's applying a little bit of pressure on his opponent.
Naoyuki wins the...
He most certainly is. The gap is reduced to 6-4, and definitely it is match on. Welcome back to the Marshall Arena, where all of the matches in the last 16 that are in progress are now deep in progress. That is Mark Bosch, as my co-commentator Jason Shaw was saying. He pulled off a couple of tremendous banks when he was in a little bit of trouble against Max Lechner. He's still trailing, but only 6 racks to 5. And he's got a thunderous break, this fellow. Thunderous. That is David Al-Qaedi going all his way at the moment over on table 6 against Jeremy Sosi. Al-Qaedi leads 8-1, and clearly he's got a chance to make it 9-1. And then finally on table 4, it is Mieszko Fortunski at the table, trailing 7-5 against a former winner of this title from Austria, Albin Auschen.
Naoyuki to break, trailing 6-4.
Yeah, some nice matches are going around, and a lot of close ones. This one's getting closer on the main table. We see Naoyuki breaking off in the 11th rack and trying to get yourself back in this match.
Yeah, he's trying to pot the one ball in the side, and it's not worked and it's dry. The only good thing is, can Ruiz try and get the cue ball back down table after potting this one, because the blue 2 is the ball that's on the bottom rail. Al-Qaedi's just missed a long 4 ball. A little bit of hope for Jeremy Susi, but not much. He's 8-1 down in that match. All the other 3 tables are all close, so we're going to have some drama unfolding.
I don't think there's any value in potting this one ball, Carl. I think he could play a little safety shot here, and so otherwise he's going to have to play a safety shot on the 2. So I think you might see him snookering behind the 3. And that was the right shot for me there from Sanchez.
Yeah, well spotted. So Naoyuki's kicking at this one ball. Of course, goes without saying. First things first, just try and hit the ball. Trying to go 2 rails, just hit after the middle. Ah, job well done. Needs a little bit of love, needs the one ball to stop. It hasn't. So this is a chance for Ruiz.
Both have had bad rolls, both have had good rolls, but I think on balance you have to say Oy has been a little unlucky.
Yeah, the only good thing for Oy is he's pulled the match back. This was 6-1, 7-1. Well, Ruiz pretty much guaranteed to knock him in. Such a good front runner, but now it's 6-4. There's a little bit of pressure creeping in. And it's a slow roll. Ah, job well done. Nice shot. Never easy when you're slow rolling like that.
Yeah, you're not too sure if it might pull off or something, so he did put a nice stroke on that ball there, and he looks in good position here to try and get another rack on the board and stop Naoyuki Oy getting on a run.
Needs the cue ball to slow up, and that's nice as well. So this is a genuine opportunity now. He's in prime location. 4 to the 5 ball is going to be a key shot. That's probably Naoyuki Oy's only hope at getting back to the table. So he needs to play a good positional shot here. And then this is the key shot of the rack now. Yeah, he was perfect there, just to draw the cue ball back a little bit. So he's going to get the cue ball back up to the centre of the table. It was a good kick shot from Naoyuki Oy, just a little bit unfortunate where the ball ended up. And this is a timely rack for Sanchez because he's seen a 6-1 lead turn into 6-4.
Yeah, and he'll be happy if he can pot these last 3 remaining balls and, like I said, stop that run from Naoyuki Oy coming back at him. So nice little simple shot here on the 8. It's left it a little bit more difficult than you would have liked, Carl.
Yeah, it was a poor shot, wasn't it? He just had to come up the table anywhere, really. Still looks good, but it's a lot thinner than he would have wanted. But he's playing some good stuff, so it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. Needs a cue ball to slow down. Again, this is a little thinner, but whenever it's going up the rail from this angle, Jay, it plays into a big pocket.
Yeah, he's just got to compose himself and stay down and cue it well, and I fancy him to make it.
Sanchez Ruiz.
And he does make it, so stalling Oy's momentum. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz back 3 racks ahead at 7-4. And that wasn't the most simple 9-ball. You expect players at this level to knock it in, but nevertheless, under pressure, it could have been missed. Now this is over on table 2, where Max Lechner and Mark Bosch are now locked together at 6-6.
Yeah, Max Lechner had a very good win in the last round. He beat Elliot Sanderson from England, and Elliot Sanderson was 7-1 up in that match, Phil, raised to 11.
Yeah, I call him the shouting shooter. When he wins a match, he shouts at the top of his voice.
Yeah, me and Jason know Elliot really well. He's a funny character. Very talented, left-handed player. He's improved a lot, hasn't he, Jay, over the last few years?
Yeah, he's definitely improved, and you know, a little bit more seasoning. He's still a little bit raw. You know, I think he could do well in the game, but like I said, he's not really been in too many positions like this before. So maybe yesterday the pressure kind of got to him at the end, or I didn't really watch the match. Maybe Max played great. Who knows? Only Elliot knows that.
We'll give you regular updates on that table and the other two. Albin Aushin 7-6 on Mieszko Fortunski now.
Sanchez Ruiz is leading
David
by
Alcadi,
7
he
racks
leads
to 4
8-2 against Jeremy Sosi.
Francisco Sanchez Ruiz to break. He's leading Naoyuki from Japan, 7-4. There you see the hard cut break, and again it's a dry break, so taking away the template on day 4 is proving to be key. I'd like to see the players start breaking head on. I think you've got more chance of potting a random ball.
Yeah, I think the cut break's not going to cut it from here on out, Carl.
You sounded like Phil Yates then, with one of his tricky little puns. He likes to slide in.
I'll keep it simple here. 12 racks now broken off. A third of them dry, which is a much, much bigger strike rate than anything that's gone before. And it's too much of a coincidence to say it's nothing to do with the triangle being introduced.
Yeah, he's played a nice shot there. It can always be a little bit tricky when you've got to pull the cue ball back up for your next ball, and that green 6 ball will have been in his eye line as well. He needs an angle on the pink 4 after potting this, because the purple 5 is up on the top rail.
That was a nice little shot there, Carl. Very touchy. Had to get into a nice little window there for the 3. Oh, he's going to come hit the 6. Is he going to get past it? No, he's good.
Yeah, another good shot, Jay, there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he hit that real well there. I wasn't expecting him to go across like that. I thought he was just going to try and kill the cue ball off one rail.
So he needs to avoid the 6, and the cue ball needs to slow down. Naoyuki, where you going? Where you going?
I think he's okay here. You might see him go rail first.
Extension called.
He might be able to hit this ball hard and try and stun off the top rail and come out.
We're approaching the point of the match, aren't we? Where we see so many times this is becoming real important now for Naoyuki, because whenever you've had such a big lead like Sanchez Ruiz, he can unnerve you a little bit, so he needs to just bear down on this 6. He's been known to miss a few of these in his career. Often it's too hard, but that disappears in the heart of the pocket.
Yeah, he cued that one good.
Yeah, I doubted Oi last night on the penultimate shot, the 8 ball from distance, and he knocked it in sweet as a nut.
cue ball lacked a little bit of pace, but he'll just run this round off the 3 rails. Playing for the 9 in the bottom right. There you see 1, 2 off the 3rd. Back into prime position for the 9 ball. And this 9 ball, Jay, to pull back within 2. He's there, isn't he? He's playing some good stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely playing better than he was at the start of the match.
Naoyuki.
From 6-1 down at his lowest ebb to trailing just 7-5. Now, victory from here is manageable. Now, David Al-Qaedi is the only player in the arena who is dominating proceedings. This 9 ball with the cue ball a little close to the side cushion shouldn't pose too many problems. And I think you know the story here. And it went. Al-Qaedi leads Jeremy Sosi 9-2. That means just 2 more racks required to become the first player into the quarterfinals. Still 7-6 Albin Auschen over Mieszko Fortunski. And now Max Lechner back in front just against Mark Barstebosch. Also 7-6.
Must be said, looking at that camera angle of the arena there, Jay, what a spectacle, what an arena this is. Look how good it looks out there, it really does.
Yeah, it looks unbelievable. The setup is second to none. It is probably the best arena I've ever played in, Carl.
Yeah, I must agree with that. Obviously we've got 16 tables in play, but it doesn't feel like it's 16 tables, does it? You know, when you're playing your match, you feel like it's all going on, but there's a lot of space around you.
Well, if you just look over there at Max Lechner's table, that was unbelievable. He was running out, nice run out there, and he's made the 5 ball and scratched straight in the side pocket.
The 13th frag.
What's happening for Max? He just can't seem to shake off
Trailing
Mark
7.
Barstebosch, who's a former European 10-ball champion.
Yeah, Mark Barstebosch and Max Lechner and Fortunski and Sanchez, they all come under that bracket of European pool players who have yet to win that big Matchroom pool event. They've won big titles.
He's got ball in hand with 4 balls left, and he's decided to play a combination on the 9, and he's missed it, Carl.
Yeah, Jason's talking about one of the side tables there, obviously not the TV table. We're high up in the arena, so we're looking down on all the tables, so often we get a little bit excited.
Yeah, you're going to see Naoyuki play in behind the 4 and the 7 here.
Needs the cue ball to stop, and it has done. Job well done.
Yeah, very nice shot.
After the break, he was visibly exasperated because although he had a shot on the 3, the 4 and the 7 going together meant that the run out just wasn't available. But in the end, tactically at least, the close proximity of 4 and 7 made his life easier.
Yeah, at first glance it looks like he's got a bit of insurance because the 4 ball is tied up with a 7. But the only problem with that is if he does miss this 3, Naoyuki will have ball in hand and he can position the cue ball where he would like it to break them balls out. So he'd love to make contact with this and kind of just rely on the pool gods a little bit. Going off 2 rails. Oh, it's a good hit. Doesn't want to break the balls out. Oh, that's lovely, Jay. That is lovely.
You're going to see a 2-rail kick here, Carl, and the 9 ball will be going close to this right-hand corner. I guess the only shot he has is trying to kick it 2 rails and try and have a go at the 9 ball. It's pretty close.
Yeah, well called, Jay. This 9 ball will be close. This is what he will be playing. needs to contact that bottom rail. There you see he's using his left hand, trying to pick out a point. So you're going to see the cue ball go off the left side rail, then contact the bottom rail, and he needs to hit the 3 ball pretty flush, and the 9 will go close. The 9's going close, but it's not close enough.
He'll take that. He'll be happy with the outcome of that shot. He could have easily scratched in that top corner there, and yeah, definitely take that one, Carl.
Yeah, it's been a good match this. There's been some good shots, some good potting, some good saves, some good kicks. 7-5, another good safety. Oh, Jay, this is, I mean, obviously the 4 ball's tied up, but it's one of these type of shots where kicking doesn't really offer much, so that's why he's getting the jump cue. He's trying to get the cue ball on the bottom rail and get the 3 ball up on the top rail.
He's just looking for distance here. He's going to get lucky.
That's all right. I don't think you can be too disheartened with that, Naoyuki. You didn't scratch, buddy. That's the main thing.
I think he was very fortunate not to scratch in there, but like I says, he'll be happy with that. There's not much he can do making this 3 ball, the 4 balls tied up.
When players get animated like Oy is at the moment, it's a telltale sign of nerves.
Well, well.
Is he going to chase the 9 ball here? I mean, a lot of local league pool players would be firing at the 9, but this is the World Pool Championship, so...
I'm not sure if he can get to it, Carl.
Oh, you think he's hooked?
Yeah, I think he's hooked behind the 8.
Wow, well, that was a tidy shot from the young...
Maybe he can just see the edge, but not enough to play the shot you're thinking of. He's just going to try and get behind the 6. Oh,
he's played it!
Oh,
he's played it!
Oh! That was super close shot there from Naoyuki. Oh, you can see there. He was kicking and everything. Go.
That was a great effort, wasn't it? And he played a good 3 ball as well. He's not happy with that one. It's a good try, pal. Relax. Oh, he's been unfortunate. He's left the 3 ball touching that 4 guaranteed combo. Unbelievable.
And that's why he was gesticulating so wildly. He knew what he'd done.
That really is an unfortunate ending to this rack. He's going to be playing a 5-9 combo. Yeah, he's under it a little bit, but where the 9 ball is, it's unmissable. Unfortunate rack, this one for Naoyuki. He's played a good rack, hasn't he?
Yeah, to be honest, in this match, he's had some little horrible things happen, and that's the game. That's 9 ball game.
Wins the rack.
And that is not only a golden break, but in addition, 3 combinations to win racks for Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, who now extends his lead to 8-5. The shake of the head from Oy tells its own story.
Jason, you know when you're playing in a match like this and you're 6-1 down, are you just literally playing ball by ball, rack by rack, or are you saying to yourself, oh, I'd take Hill right now at 6-1?
No, you're just kind of taking rack by rack, Carl, and just trying to not focus and try and get too far ahead of yourself. You know, the more racks you can get on the board, the more pressure you can put on your opponent. So it's all rack by rack, to be honest.
Well, Mark Bosch de Bosch has got ball in hand here in rack 15. He does trail 8-6 though to Max Lechner. His decision to try and play the combination a couple of racks ago backfired. As for Albin Auschen, he finds himself 8-6 up on Mieszko Fortunski. Oh, what a miss from Albin. The 7 ball undoubtedly went. You don't expect that from him, Mr. Cool.
Wow,
And
Jason,
he's not
what a
left
miss.
anything. He's kind of got away with that. See Fortunski shaking his head as if to say, why have I not got an easier shot?
Yeah, that's horrible, but I suppose, you know, he's back at the table. That's the main thing. This was the shot by Naoyuki. Very unlucky. Tried to play a carom, and it just didn't happen, did it? And unfortunately, the 3 ball. Well, it's out nicely for Ruiz. It's 8-5. He's still in this match, and he's still fighting hard.
Break.
Ruiz to break.
Francesco Sanchez Ruiz to break. Leading 8-5.
Quickly, one other score. David Al-Qaedi now leads Jeremy Sosi 9-4.
Yeah, also that 7 ball that we seen Albin miss on our TV screens, what he got away with, Fortunski's played a wonderful combination and he won that rack, so it's 8-7. Albin Ocean, he will be fuming. And I can see lurking near that table, Alex Laley's watching. I think he does a little bit of coaching with Albin online a few times as well, so he's having a little nosy.
So another shot at the 2, but the 3 ball's tied up, so not real much value in making this ball. You're going to see him clip off it and try and get it in behind the 9 and bring the cue ball back up the table.
I do prefer it when we rack with the triangle, Phil. I feel like it brings a better dimension to pool. The balls come out a little bit trickier. We get to see more safeties, more kicks, more vision from the players.
Yeah, we have seen a lot more kick shots and safety shots, Carl, since this match has kicked off. And yeah, I do agree with you. I think it's a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, and it means that a player, I mean, he can still run away with the match, of course, but when it turns out like this, like now, yeah, he's left the pot, but he's got to do something with the 3 ball. Is he looking at the bank, or he could maybe play safe, send the 3 ball round the table and get the cue ball in behind the 7. We'll see where he puts the cue ball.
Extension, please.
Max Lection's just about to win a rack over on the outside table as well. 4 tables in operation. We're down to the last 16. 128 players started the event. It was double elimination until we reached 64 players. 8 ladies played in this year's championship. 3 players, is that right, Phil, made it through to the last 16 from the ladies?
Yes, Veronica Ivanovskaya, Kelly Fisher and Jasmine Ocean, who for me was the star of day 2.
Yeah, she beat Mark Gray to qualify. She was 7-1 down. Incredible win.
That after overcoming Jeffrey DeLuna on this main match table.
Yeah, the ladies put in a good performance this week, and I'm sure a couple of them will be happy with their performance over a few of the top players.
Well, he's had a favourable roll there. Look at the double kiss here, Jay. Look where the cue ball's gone.
Yeah, it could have easily have scratched in the side there, Carl, but just the way the game's going, and Sanchez has looked to have been getting the better end of the rolls.
Oh, he needs a good roll here. He needs a good roll here. He needs the 3 ball to carry on. It's carried on a little bit, so it's on. He needed another roll or 2 there, didn't he? So this is a chance for Francisco.
Yeah, I think he can pot this in the side. And just draw up between the 7 and the 5. And he's kissed the 7. So still good. I think he can top this ball and come out 1 rail back to the middle of the table and give himself a shot on the 5 ball.
Yeah, not often I sit here, Phil, and usually when we're here, we're sat on the fence, aren't we? We kind of just speak about the match. To us, it kind of doesn't really matter who wins, but I do feel a little bit for Oye. I think he's played very well. Just the pool gods are not quite on his side. And as we approach the latter end of this match, something needs to happen quick.
You're absolutely right. luck does play a big part, and he's not had the lion's share of it.
Yeah, and Sanchez has played good. He's played mistake-free pool. You know, we're not going to see many balls missed on these Predator tables. Obviously at the Masters we was trialling out the 4-inch pocket. I think moving forward, MD of Matchroom Multisport, Emily Fraser, that is high up on her list to bring that in. So bear with us, pool fans. She's got big plans for pool as well. So if you're a young pool player out there, you have got a big future.
Yes, it's all happening for Sanchez here. He's playing well. He's getting the good rolls, and that's what you need in the pool, Carl. You need both of them, and a mixture of both is very dangerous.
Yeah, this 9-ball should have been guaranteed, but you never know. A little skid.
A 4-rack gap is re-established in favour of a man from Salamanca in Spain, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. He leads 9-5. We have an intriguing start to day 4 of this Whirlpool Championship. Max Lechner looking good on table 2 against Mark Bosch, leading 9-6. David Al-Kadi 9-4 up on Jeremy Sosi. And the match between Mieszko Fortunski and Albin Aushin, well, that is so tight. 8 racks each. Auschen missing a 7-ball a while ago to the side pocket that could come back to haunt him.
Thank you, the 15th rack. Francesco Sanchez Ruiz to break, leading by 9 racks to 4.
Just one update. Now David Al-Qaedi 10-4 up on Jeremy Sosa. He's just this second potted the 9-ball, and that means he's on the hill.
Well, I've never been in the comms box before, Jay, and wanted a player to win so bad. I just want Naoyuki to win. Is that allowed, Phil? Obviously, you've got years and years of experience. Have you ever felt like this?
Just about 753 times. But you're not supposed to say.
I can't sit still. I just want him to win.
Is that because Sanchez beat you, Carl?
No, I mean, I like Sanchez. He's a sound guy. I wished him the best of luck. But I don't know. I just like watching Naoyuki. Oh, he's a funny dude.
You like the interviews, don't you?
Yeah, I like watching Bridgie do the interviews because he doesn't know what to say, does he? It's funny. Now, does the 1-ball pass the 6, Jason? You're sat right behind it. Can you see?
Yeah, but it's one of those ones, Carl. It's very, very tight, and you might see him go for this just because he's up by 4 games.
Cue ball's going to be a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to have to power this in, go round behind the 2.
Oh, what a wonderful shot this is, by the way.
Nice shot, but another tough shot after this, Carl, because the 3-ball doesn't have a pocket to go in. I believe it only goes in the bottom right-hand corner past the 5-ball.
Phil, how long have you been commentating for? When did you start? Can you remember that far back?
Yeah, 1991.
Extension, please.
Wow. And was that on snooker?
World Pool Masters at the NEC in Birmingham.
Wow, who won that in 1991? Can you remember?
Jimmy White beat James Wattener in the final.
Wow, Jimmy the Whirlwind White.
I was 3 years old then.
Phil was about 51 then.
And that's a great shot from Sanchez there. Cued that very nice, and you might see him take this on, or you might see him playing safe, but after those 2 shots I can see him taking this 3-ball into the corner and trying to find a spot where he can make the 4-ball next. So he's decided to play safe, and he's going to get another little...
Not quite, Jay. You can see the edge of this. So that was a little bit sloppy. It should have been welded right up against the 8-ball.
Thought the 4-ball was going to come and spoil the party there, but it's not, and he's got a little tricky shot here, Naoyuki. He's going to have to try and spin the 3-ball. He's going to leave a window. Yeah, it was tricky.
A pool player's worst nightmare. Whenever you're splitting the balls and you leave that little gap, it is heartbreak. Got to stick in there, Naoyuki. You just never know. He's still in this match. Yeah, that was a nice safety shot there from Francisco. Now there is a gap behind the 3J. You can go 2 rails, but he's got to it this sweet.
Just got to say something here. Jimmy White beat James Wattener in the semi-finals. It was Tony Drago who he beat in the final. Sorry, Tony.
That's not like you, Phil. Did you have a late night?
You put me on the spot. How can I forget Tony Drago getting to a final?
Yeah, I'm sure Tony's watching. He loves his cue sports. I hope you're well, buddy, and I'm sure we will see you soon. Where's the cue ball? The cue ball's okay, but the 3-ball has gone near the pocket. It's not turning round this match, is it? It's all heartbreak for Japan's Naoyuki Oi. Tried to get the cue ball to stick where the 3-ball was off the 2 rails. The first miss of this match. Is this the miss that's going to turn this match on its head? Naoyuki Oi, big chance. That was an edgy one, Jay, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can see him jump up there straight away, Carl. He didn't cue that one like he was cueing the rest, and seemed to be a little bit body movement there, and that's what caused the miss.
And also, Carl, that's hot on the heels of a poor safety a few shots ago.
It was a nice pot. Now this is a good chance to punish. And whenever you can keep your opponent off the hill, you still feel like there's a bit of life left. So that's the main goal for Naoyuki. But the first part of the goal, oh, that looks snatchy, Jay, didn't it?
Yeah, that was one from yesterday, early in his match. Oh, yeah.
That is brilliant.
But it went in, and he's still at the table, so.
Yeah, I mean, he potted the ball and then did it a couple of seconds after, so I'm not really sure why, but it's a thin one. He's very good at this type of shot, though. Oh, he's back in prime location.
Yeah, this is getting close, and if you can just get this rack, and Sanchez will be sat there thinking, oh, you know, I had a chance to get myself on the hill.
Yeah, even though it wasn't for the match, it feels like it was, because if you can get on the hill 10-5, you feel like you won, don't you?
Yeah, because you got the break, and you just feel like you're going to get some other opportunity to come back to the table.
That's a little bit shy of pace, but he's okay. He's just not quite getting through that cue ball how he would like. That's why he's very animated.
Yeah, I think he's still good here, Carl. Just stay down, cue the ball, and you can see him trying to recompose himself there.
Make no mistake, Naoyuki Oi knows he is still in this match. And the reason he knows that, he's got capabilities to fight back. We saw it last night. And we also know that Francisco Sanchez Ruiz showed definite, unmistakable signs of nerves there. Missing that 3-ball, overcutting it. It should have been 10-5. In actuality, it is 9-6. We do have one result, though, in favour of a Spaniard, David Alcaide. Celebrating just before this formality of a 9-ball goes in. He has defeated Jeremy Sosi by 11 racks to 4. And now he knows his quarter-final opponent. It will be Max Lechner, who has beaten Mark Bosch 11 racks to 6.
I'm delighted to say David Alcaide joins me now. David, many congratulations. Talk us through that match.
Thank you so much. Well, when I play really good. I go in the score maybe 6 or 7-1. He missed 2 easy ball and twice I have a little lucky, and then I play really solid all matches.
But you've been very consistent this week. Could this be your year?
I told you last date, I only think in round to round, trying to think too much, only for the next session.
But you're happy with your game?
Yeah, of course. It's very happy.
You can relax now for a little bit. Then we will see you later tonight.
Yeah, of course. I trying to enjoy for this tournament, this amazing venue. Thank you for, I say always, thank you for Matchroom and all sponsors for this opportunity for us. I trying to give my best game in next round. We will see.
Wonderful venue, isn't it?
Yes.
Wonderful. Got many more great tournaments to come. David, many congratulations.
Thank you so much.
He's a good bloke, he's David Alcaide, isn't he, Phil? He's a good bloke.
Yeah, his mood never seems to change whether he wins or loses. Of course, he badly wants to win. And that's also the case for Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. And sometimes, I think, with him, he wants to win too badly. So only one other match apart from this going on right now, and that is Albin Auschen has just regained the lead against Mieszko Fortunski over on table 4 at 9-8.
So Naoyuki always moved back over to this side of the table for the break. I don't think that was how he intended to hit him, but oh, the 8-ball, Jay, it's just not happening, is it? It's just been a bit unfortunate there.
He's grinding, Carl, and he's trying to do different things, and it just doesn't seem to be working out for him. And you know, he's still in this match, and he's just going to try and kick this ball one rail and try and hit it on the right hand side and send it back towards the 8 and bring the cue ball down the table towards the 7 and the 2. So it's quite a little touchy shot, this is.
Yeah, he needs to hit this one ball correct. Oh, job well done. You've summed that up perfect, Jay. He's grinding. He's in a little battle within not just the last 16 and Sanchez, but the game of pool. It's not been kind to him.
As we call it, Carl, the pool gods. Yeah, he's just not, like I said, he's cueing well. He seems to be playing some of the right shots, and he just needs to get that little bit of run of the ball, and who knows, he might get himself back in this match and get it real close and put some heat on Sanchez.
And if he does, considering the way things have gone in general, that would be a real feather in his cap. In football parlance, Oi to me has been kicking against the wind, but he's still in there with a chance.
He's in a tricky position here, is Sanchez. He could actually cut this ball in. It's very thin and the cue ball's flying, so it doesn't offer much hope. He needs to hurry up though. He's ended up rushing the shot.
Yeah, and he
made
sold
a mess
it out.
of it. His poor shot clock judgment there, Jason, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of players I've seen kind of not really working the clock too good on the TV table. Seem to be rushing it down to the last couple of seconds, and they end up playing a half-hearted shot.
No, he needs a good positional shot here, Jay. I don't think he can get into the cue ball enough to come below the middle.
Yeah, he can, Carl. I can see from here. I think he... Oh, what a shot this is!
What a shot this is! Wow. Again, has he been a little bit unfortunate? Has he landed straight?
That look on his face tells me he's a little bit straight. What a stroke that was from Naoyuki Oi. Great positional shot.
Well, I'll tell you what he's got to do here, Jay. He's just got to pot the ball, hasn't he, and leave himself a long shot. Just because of where the 6 is, he can just roll the 5 in. Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah.
Give yourself a shot.
Quickly, Albin Auschen now on the hill, leading Mieszko Fortunski 10-8.
Yeah, Albin Auschen, a former champion of this event, so he's motoring along nicely.
Yeah, that match was back and forward over there until 8-8, and then I believe Fortunski tried to play safe on the 1, and then from there he's not really had another shot.
It's a good pot, Jay, but he needs another good one here, doesn't he?
I think this here, Carl, he can just top the ball and come back out. I'm not sure if he can stun this ball and leave it there. I think going forward 2 cushions and coming back out's the shot. That way he can... Oh, he's jacking up, maybe he is.
Got to be a little bit careful here. He's got to play this with a little bit of power. He's lost the cue ball a wee bit. So this is a thin one, Jay.
I think he's going to try and pot this ball, Carl. Maybe go up off the side cushion and back out behind the 8. I'm not sure if he can get in front of it. It seems really thin to me. Gonna hit it. Ooh, he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. He's going to have a pot into the left centre pocket. The cue ball looks to be rolling down naturally for the 9. When we say that, we mean the natural angle. So after potting this, the natural path of the cue ball is going to float down table. Needs to bear down. It's a big shot into the side. I'll tell you what, Jay, he's played good in this match. He's not gone his way at all. He's been down 6-1. He's showed a lot of heart and a lot of patience.
Yeah, he's definitely showed a lot of heart, and that was a big rack for Naoyuki Oi.
He's got lots of ability, Naoyuki Oi, and he's got lots of stick ability also. This is really good. Hardcore stuff. Just desperately trying to keep that World Championship dream alive. Now I believe we have an interview with one of the recent winners from Austria, Max Lechner.
Max, many congratulations. How do you feel after that win?
Thanks. Yeah, of course I feel great. I'm happy with my performance.
Did everything just click right today?
Not everything 100%, so still something to improve, but looking forward to the quarters now.
David Al-Qaedi in the quarterfinal. You know him very well.
Yeah, of course I know him for many years now. He's a great player, and I need to play my A game to beat him.
We've seen many big names go out. Do you feel this is a really good opportunity for you this year?
Yes.
Lovely. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
A man of few words. He's Max Lechner.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people would have seen that match, but from 6-6, Marco decided to play a combination on the 9 with ball in hand and missed. And then the next rack, he missed the 8 ball. And then in the following rack, he missed the 8 ball again.
You can see the table just in the distance. Albin Ocean's playing Mirko Fortunski. That's 10-8 to the former world pool champion. Albin's on the hill.
But Francisco Sanchez Ruiz is still waiting to get onto the hill.
17.
Remember, he led 6-1. He led 9-5. But Oi just keeps battling away.
Yeah, and he's back to his spot where he made a nice break from the last one, and he'll be looking to repeat that and try and get himself a shot on the 1.
It's a good break this, Jay.
Cue ball to the corner. He's going to stay up, and he's going to have a long, difficult shot on the 2.
Yeah, this is a horrible shot, even for the likes of yourself, Jay. One of the best potters in pool.
Yeah, this is very difficult, especially when you're 9-7 down and you feel everything's just... You can see him practice stroking now.
Yeah, the other tables on the outer circle.
Please.
Omar Al-Shaheen, he's playing Nikos Economopoulos. They're just warming up. And the 5-time US Open champion SVB, probably the tournament favourite. He's about to get his match underway. That's actually live on Matchroom Pool's YouTube channel, so you can actually put that on your iPad while you're watching this match on your TV screens.
Oh, what a shot, and jeez.
Oh, great shot, wasn't it, Jason? Sorry, and he just didn't deserve that at all.
No, he actually hit that too good, Phil. And I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but he's absolutely pulled off a cracker of a shot there, and he's been very unfortunate to snooker himself behind the 5.
Now he needs to just regain his focus. Good things can happen on this type of kick shot. Good things can happen!
Oh, it's just not happening, is it, Carl?
It's not, but what has he left Ruiz? Is it a tricky one, this, Jay? Can he swerve it? Can he get to the rail? Is it just landed in that awkward spot where you can't get the cue ball to swerve? He might have to play this off the top rail. Looks pretty favourable where the 5 is, Jay. He's not even looked at it though, has he?
No. jumping, it's quite a far distance here, Carl.
Well, he's trying to play the swerve. I think top rail is favourable. Oh, he's done a good job there.
Nice
good
shot there. Very nice shot. It looked like he had his jump cue for a minute there, but he was taking his extension off the back of his cue.
You know, a lot of the players these days use, you know, a standard pool cue is 58 inches long, and a lot of players are now playing with an extension on the end of the cue. Jason, you've probably got the longest cue out of all the players I've ever seen. What is it, about 62 inches or something?
I think me and Shane have got similar, 64.
64 inch cue, that's unbelievable. That. So he needs a good shot here. He's got an angle. This is all about speed and making sure you find the correct line. And this will just settle Sanchez down. He's going to get him on the hill. Needs the cue ball to slow down, Jay. Needs the cue ball to slow down.
He'll be happy with that.
Well, it's a little tester. Can he reach it? Is he going to be stretching? It's a good job he's right-handed. He's going to be floating this in. Yep, it's there. Good shot.
Yeah, nice shot there, and he'll be really happy to finally get himself on the hill after missing that 3 ball and sitting in his chair for a couple of wrecks.
Sanchez Ruiz wins the wreck.
That stops a mini rot for Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. He's not there yet, but he's in a very healthy position because he leads now by 10 racks to 7. That means he's on the hill. It means Naoyuki cannot afford to lose another rack. There you can see in the background Albin Auschen putting his cue away. He has defeated Mieszko Fortunski by 11 racks to 8. When the first 16 racks were shared, that could have gone either way. But in the crunch, Auschen produced. And of course, he's an authentic contender for the $50,000 US first prize. Now, it seems as though we're being very repetitive here when we talk about bad luck for Naoyuki, but it's just the truth. Things are not going well for him. 2 consecutive shots there. The spin on that 3 ball actually worked against him. Had it been the opposite spin, it might have promoted the ball going in. That's how close it was. By the way, Albin Auschen goes through to play either Skylar Woodward or Roberto Gomez.
The 18th rack.
Our next match here on table 1.
Sanchez Ruiz to break, leading by 7 racks to 10.
So he's on the hill, and all he wants is an open look at the 1 ball for the match, and he's got it, Jay. This is a good chance.
And he's got perfect shape to get over to the right-hand side of the table for the 2 ball that's tucked behind the 5.
Naoyuki will be sat in his chair. He will have glanced at the table layout, and he will know that this is an opportunity for the match.
A little shake of the head there from Naoyuki. He knows he's played good, but just things haven't gone his way.
Sanchez needs to be straight
And
on
that
the
is
2,
no good.
and he's flicked the 7. It's a bad positional shot. Can he see the potting angle? If he can't, he's going to be going rail first, which is going to be very difficult because how do you get on the 4? Can he see the potting angle, Jay?
Attention, please.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one, Carl. I think you're right. He's going to have to go rail first. Very nice shot there from Sanchez. As Alex Lilly would say, kick and stick.
Yeah, that was beautifully done. Played to perfection. It was a timely kick and stick. Well, Naoyuki, you've just got to hit the 2. And there's no real obvious kick safe here, so he's gonna be relying on a little bit of fortune. He's made a good hit. And it's got safe, so that's all you could ask for.
Yeah, finally a little roll.
And that was impressive. Even after all that's gone against him, he still upheld etiquette by tapping the table and saying, sorry, I acknowledge a good bit of luck there.
You would have liked the cue ball to roll behind the 7 there, but main objective was to get a good 2 ball. There you see he's chipping the 2 ball over towards the purple 5 for cover. And I think Naoyuki's got to kick this off the short rail. Short rail is the top and the bottom rail on a pool table, and he's trying to kick this in behind the 5. He's not managed that, so he's going to be in a spot of bother when he comes to the table. Yeah, he's playing this thin. He's trying to get the cue ball in behind the pink 4 ball, and it's another good safety, Jake.
Yeah, he's played a couple of nice safeties in this last rack there, Carl. And Naoyuki's going to come off the bottom rail and try and hit the 2 ball and send it up past the 8 nice and soft and try and get in behind the 5.
Maximum spin. Has he got enough spin? He hasn't.
Oh, this is tricky.
Oh yeah, this is real tricky because he's not going to be able to reach this, so he's going to need the bridge. Or can he stretch over? Once he's potted it, he can't really get on the 4. It's not bad, not bad. If he goes for the pot, the cue ball looks like it's running into the 7. So he may not take this on. If he does take it on, he's going to need a little bit of fortune if he bumps into the 7. Where the 5 is placed though, there is an opportunity to still have a shot. Let's see what he's playing. Yeah, didn't take it on.
Another good safety shot from Sanchez there.
Showing a lot of patience here, Phil, isn't it, in this final rack? Well, the final rack that he hopes.
He is, and not only patience, but that's 3 really good safeties. We always talk about pressure when players are trying to pot balls, but the pressure's there at this stage very much when you're trying to contain your opponent.
So he's got the short stick. Naoyuki, he's going airborne. He needs a good one.
Wow.
And it's not a good one. He's gave up
Illegal
ball in
contact,
hand.
ball in
And
hand.
now, Sanchez, you've got 6 balls to book your place
It's not a cut,
into the quarter-final. This tournament, 128 players started. And it's a bit like playing the event in 3 parts. You kind of focus on the double elimination to make the last 64. And then from the last 64, you want to get to tomorrow's semi-finals because the fans are back. It's going to have a different feel tomorrow. All players will be walking into the arena, the fans will be cheering, the pressure will be notched up a lot.
And also, he just overrun that ball a little bit there, Carl. He's going to have to pot this ball and come across off the side rail and back to the middle of the table. And he stroked it well.
Yeah, where the 5-ball was, it was always going into a nice generous pocket. There you could see it slid in off the rail. Been a good match, this one. Both players have played real strong. It's just not been Naoyuki all his day. He's played his part in this match. It's one of them matches, Phil, where it's a shame there has to be a loser.
Yeah, I'm pleased for Francisco. He's a very dedicated individual who absolutely adores the game. We actually did a survey where he was asked what he dislikes about pool, and he said nothing. He'd dislike it if he didn't pot this 8-ball, but surely he's almost over the line.
Yeah, I think this match is over.
Oh,
He's played a very strong set here, Jason. He's continued his form this 9-ball, and he will join his best mate, David Alcaide, in the quarter-finals.
The Joker is out. The Spaniard is through. Great sportsmanship in that match, and a really good contest. Naoyuki battled the fates. He battled the pool gods. They were not with him. But Francisco Sanchez Ruiz made a great start. He led 6-1 and got over the line in the end. He awaits either Shane Van Boning or Oliver Szkolnocki in the quarterfinals, and he's the second Spaniard there. You just saw David Alcaide embrace him. 2 Spaniards in the last 8 of this, the 2021 World Pool Championship. But it's sayonara to Japan.